session with Bupa Eduhealth today. So as you know, our reward team, myself, I'm Kelsey, I'm the HR Reward and Benefits Coordinator.
Hiya, yeah, I'm Olivia. I am the Reward and Benefits Manager. So I will pass over to Sue and she will get started and take you through the presentation.
Hi everybody, it's Sue here. What we're going to be talking about today is the health and wellbeing solutions offered by Bupa to members or employees of Imperial College. So first of all, what I want to go through is who are Eduhealth and what do we offer? Well, we're specialist independent healthcare intermediaries and we work specifically in the education sector. We work with all the major insurers, but we do have bespoke arrangements with Bupa. And what that enables us to do is to influence pricing and influence benefits. So obviously it works in everybody's interests. We've been established for over 20 years and we have a dedicated customer services team who are here to support you, not just in joining a plan, but in actual throughout the year. So any issues that you might have with administration or you need help with claims, we've got a team who are actually here to support you. And Eduhealth has been growing the schemes every year. And 97% of our clients renew each year, which hopefully, says something about the value of the plans. So why do we partner with Bupa? Well, the reason we do actually work with all the major insurance companies, but we partner with Bupa because they're the biggest provider of healthcare in the UK, and they're at the cutting edge of providing new treatments and drugs to their members. And this is really important because when you take out healthcare, you're making a lifestyle choice for the future. So even though you take it out today, you might not need to use it today or even in 6 months or even in a year. It might be, 2 or 3 years before you use it. But what you want to know is that when that day comes, it's going to be there, it's still going to be at the cutting edge, and it's going to provide you with access to all the latest treatments and advancements that are available at that time. And although sometimes new schemes come along and they look really good on the day, what we believe is that when people take out healthcare, you need to take it out with a long-term view. That is this going to be the right company for me in 5 years or 10 years if something bad happens? The other reason we work closely with Bupa is because they give our clients access to an extensive list of hospitals, including all the top London hospitals, which again is really important because we do work with all the London universities. So it has a very extensive hospital list. They're also very customer focused and they do constantly strive to provide new services that match the needs of the members. So as things change, and obviously we've seen many changes in the last few years since COVID, with people working from home, there's been a big increase in mental health problems. Bupa have changed their services and adapted their services to meet these new needs that people are facing. How Bupa work with the NHS, people often ask us if they take out a private healthcare plan, does that mean they don't use the NHS anymore? And actually it doesn't. Private health insurers, including Bupa and the NHS, work alongside each other. And so even if you have private healthcare, you will still use the NHS for certain things, and you can decide which route will meet your needs the best at any, whenever you need treatment. So for instance, well, in fact, I'll come on to this on the next slide. But one of the things with private healthcare that you can get that you don't get on the NHS is you will always have access to all the latest drugs and treatments as soon as they are licensed, even if they're not available on the NHS as yet. So that makes a big difference when people are having cancer treatment. And in terms of using the plan, it's really very simple. What happens is you go and see your GP, or if you can't get an appointment with your GP, then there's access to an online GP through Bupa. If your GP says you need any further investigations or diagnostics or anything like that, then you just ring Bupa up, authorise your treatment, and you can go and see a specialist of your choice at a hospital that you choose. And in terms of other things that are included in the plans, everybody who is a Bupa member gets a free dental checkup each year. You get £300 worth of dental treatment. You get access to anytime health lines, so you can always ring up and get advice about it might only be, you know, should I see a doctor with this? It might be advice about medications, but you've got people there that you can speak to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's also things like access to online physios and various other services that you get in addition to just being able to go and get medical treatment. When you're considering taking out private healthcare, it's always, there are a few things that you should consider. The first one is that some conditions and treatments are actually not covered. So the first thing is it doesn't cover chronic conditions, and this is not just this Bupa plan, this is all private healthcare throughout the UK, and that would be things like the ongoing management of asthma or diabetes or something like that. You would be covered for the diagnosis of those conditions, and you would be covered for any acute events of them, but just on the ongoing management, you would just go down a normal NHS clinic route. Likewise, accident and emergency treatment isn't covered on private healthcare plans because there aren't any accident and emergency units within private hospitals. That may very well come on online soon, and once there are private accident and emergency units, I'm sure they will be included in the future in plans. The discounted cover is also available for your family members, so that's partners, spouses and children, and they get the same discount as you get. And one thing again that's really important is that you can retain your Bupa cover for as long as you like, even if you leave the college. And that's really, really important, because if you join a scheme that you have to leave as a result of a work event, either you changing jobs or you retiring, and you can't stay in that scheme, then there's a potential that the insurer will charge you a much higher premium for retaining your cover. With the Eduhealth education schemes or the Bupa education schemes, once you're in that scheme, even if you change jobs or you retire, it doesn't matter. Even if you leave the college because of ill health, your cover will remain exactly the same, and you can keep it, and it'll cost you the same as it would have done if you'd have still been at Imperial. So you know that you've got security for your healthcare if anything should happen in the future. So that's a very quick version of what we do, and I realise that you know, it's a huge subject really. To get a quote, just call us or send us an inquiry. We speak to everybody who joins a plan, either via email, or we will also speak on the telephone, and that's what we prefer to do. And we do actually go through all the benefits. We go through what you want the plan to do, to make sure that you're choosing the correct cover for you, and that you get the opportunity to ask any questions. And what I would say is that we don't see our job as selling you healthcare. We see our job as making you aware of what's available, and if it's right for you, then obviously we will assist you to join. But if it's not right for you, there's absolutely no obligation whatsoever. So never feel that you're wasting our time, because that's what we're actually here for, is to make you aware of how it works, what it is, what it'll cost. And if you decide it's not right for you, that's absolutely fine. As well as private healthcare, Bupa do also make a number of other services available to Imperial College employees with a discount. One of those is health assessments, and I'll just briefly talk about them. They are, all the information is on the website, and again, you can come through to us and we can send you a pack. But health assessments are a really, really popular choice, and they're an excellent way of getting a snapshot really of where your health is today, and as a motivational tool to try and help you to improve your healthcare outcomes in the future. And they are actually recognised as being a really, really useful way of making people make the choice of lifestyle changes. For instance, they'll be able to tell you what your current and future risks are of things like cancer, diabetes, heart issues, etc., as well as giving you an overall view of your level of fitness, so that you can see, if you're 40, where do you stand in, you know, your level of fitness versus other 40-year-olds. And they do give you the opportunity to spend an hour with a health advisor or a GP to talk about any issues that might be concerning you, that you might not actually ever get round to going and talking to a doctor about. But because you've got an unhurried hour, you can obviously speak to them about it. There are 3 levels to choose from, and again, we can send you the details of those, but they are available with discounts on Bupa's normal rates. And we do other things as well. We do health cash plans, dental plans, and menopause plans, and some others as well. These types of plans help to spread or cover the cost of routine everyday health events. And again, I would urge you to sort of have a look at the website and the benefit on your benefits pages, and see whether any of those might be something that you would be interested in. So as I mentioned, we are here to help. That is our job. We do want to support you with your, you know, wellness journey, rather than your sort of having health problems. But you know, we're always there. You will speak to the same person if you ring us with any inquiry, that same person will follow your inquiry all the way through. And we really do, you know, see ourselves as being here to help support your health journey. So that's my thing. I hope it's made sense, and you've been able to hear me okay. I will be able to answer questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the presentation. So what we're going to do before we move into the Q&A session, I'm just going to stop the recording.